I explain you about the network fundamentals and also about the operating system, about DOS, which operating system we were using before, disk operating system, and now we are using Windows and disk operating system. What is the difference between CUI and GUI? So who can tell me what is the difference between CUI and GUI? CUI means command user interface. I told you before Windows we were using CUI, command user interface. We were using the commands. We didn't have the graphics environment like in
GUI
Windows.
is graphical.
Yes, GUI is graphic user interface. Before we were using CUI DOS. DOS was disk operating system. It was the operating system where we were giving the commands for everything. If we have to create a folder, if we have to delete the folder, if we have to format our drive, whatever action we have to perform, we were using through command. Now we have GUI, graphical user interface, everything, whatever we are doing, we are just right click and create the new folder. Okay, you can watch movies, you can play games, everything, but before we were not doing all these things, and for every action we were using commands. So we learned about this. Also I told you about the binary numbers in the first classes. What is the binary numbers?
Mister, I know.
Yes, please.
It's a 0, 1, something like that, صح يا مستر?
Exactly. Binary numbers is 0 and 1. This is the computer language. Okay, and we learn about how to change binary numbers into decimal numbers. Also, we talked about input devices, output devices, and processing. Yes.
Yes, Mister.
What is the difference between input device and output devices?
Input device, Mister. I don't know how to explain it. For example, Mister. I don't know how to explain it, Mister.
Give me the example of input device.
Let's say, for example, Mister. Keyboard when you type,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
then it will come like this. So
And
I don't know how to
output
explain it,
device.
but I know the idea.
Yes. So the device we use to give input, it's input device like the keyboard, mouse, microphone, scanner.
Mm.
Okay, these all are input device, the device we are using to giving input to the computer. And what is the output device? The device we are using to take the output from the computer, like monitor, like a
Yes.
speaker, okay, like printer. These all are in output device. Okay, and the same thing, input and output means input means we are giving something to the computer, and output means we are taking something from the computer. Also, we learned about the input processing and the output. Like I ask you some question, this is input. You are thinking this is the process. And when you give me the reply, this is output. So like this, computer works. We give some input to the computer, then computer process inside the CPU. Okay, and after that, computer give us the output. Okay, we learned about the RAM and the ROM, the memories. What is the difference between RAM and ROM? What is RAM?
Yes, Mister.
What is RAM?
RAM is something in the computer that it, almost every time it uses for like games, games and stuff like that. That's what I know.
Okay, but this is not the character. What is RAM?
Mr. Ram, I'm not sure, Mister.
Mister, can I answer?
Yes, who is this?
Let Rashkan answer.
Okay, okay, who is it? Give me the answer.
يا مستر رام يا مستر how can I explain it يا مستر but RAM يا مستر is where you store your files and where you access all of your files there but ROM يا مستر It's an non-violate memory that permanently stores instructions for your computer.
Okay, there are some confusion in your answer because you are trying good try. So I explain you the RAM basically when you open your computer and when you start work on the computer. Suppose you are playing games or you are taking class, you are working on Microsoft Word, Excel or PowerPoint. So everything goes to the RAM. But once you close your computer, everything finished from the RAM. But if you are working on the computer and you are working in Microsoft PowerPoint, Word, Excel, and you save it. So it goes from the RAM to the storage devices, like in the hard disk. But if you don't save and you close your computer, so everything will be removed from the RAM. RAM is the temporary memory and it works until your computer is on. Once you close your computer without saving anything, the RAM is blank. The next time you will open the computer, so there is nothing in RAM. Okay, so that's why if you are doing something on the computer, you have to save it. When you saved something, so it goes from RAM to the storage devices. Storage devices, it can be hard disk, it can be CD-ROM, it can be USB, where you are storing your data. Okay, and what is ROM? ROM is read-only memory. When you open your computer, so ROM every time checks all your computer parts, everything what you connected with the computer. Also inside your computer, inside your laptop or desktop, there is a memory card, there is a the VGA card, sound card. So it check every time. When you open your computer, so you see sometimes there is a black screen and there is written something with white text. So it's built in. When they manufactured the computer, so they make the programming inside and just we can see it check by itself. So that's why we called read only memory, and RAM random access memory. RAM is a temporary memory, and the storage devices like the hard disk, USB, CD-ROM, where you store your data. Okay, about the operating system, I explained you before the operating system. Like before, we were using DOS, disk operating system, and now we are using Windows 95, 97, um, different types of Windows XP. Okay, so these all are the operating system, but they. Okay, so modern software is divided into two categories: application software and the system software. What is the difference between application software and the system software? Who will tell me?
Yeah, Mr. Can you repeat the question?
What is the difference between application software and the system software? Okay, so what is the system software? System
Wait,
software.
Mr. Give us a chance to look at the book. Wait.
Okay. Take time.
Okay, Mr. I know.
Yes, tell me.
Mr. The application software refers to all programs that are designed to solve problems in the real world.
Exactly. Good.
And the system
Like
software manages the computer itself, the computer system.
exactly. The system software, like our operating system, Windows, or before we were using DOS, who operate the system. It checks, I told you now, it checks all the parts what you connected from the computer and on the motherboard. Okay, so this is the system software, and the application software, all the software what we use for different purpose like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Photoshop. Okay, so all these are application software. For this, first you should know what is the software, what is the difference between software and hardware. The software, the things you cannot touch. The simple definition, the things you cannot touch. And the hardware, the things, the physical components you can touch. Like if you are playing some games, can you touch the player? Can you take it out? If you are using Microsoft Word, can you take it out the words, alphabets? No. You cannot touch the things like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. You cannot touch the words. Okay, and the hardware, the physical components of the computer, like your keyboard, mouse, or hard disk or CD, the things you can touch. RAM, you can touch the RAM, you can touch the motherboard. So these are softwares, and there are two types of software they are showing us: operating system software and the application software. So the operating software, the system software, is the software we use to operate the system, and the application software what we use for different purpose, like Microsoft Word, Photoshop, Flash. Okay, spreadsheet means Excel sheet. Word processor and database, internet browser, computer games, these are all are application software. And the system software, they are giving operating system like Windows. Okay, inside this they are giving us hardware, CPU, disk, mouse, printer. Why they are giving with system software? Because when you start your computer, so system software check all these things, means whatever you connected with the computers.
So thank you for watching. If you didn't subscribe my channel, so please subscribe my channel. Take care. Bye.
Excel. Okay, so all your arithmetical and logical calculation perform ALU, means your calculation, your any type of logical things. Suppose you are programming on Visual Basic or Small Basic or on HTML. Okay, so it checks the whole thing. ALU checks is everything fine, is everything good. Okay, and CU is a control unit. It checks all the application what you are using. Okay, it controls the whole application. Suppose if you are not using Microsoft Excel, you are using Microsoft Word, or you are using um, the PowerPoint. Okay, so it checks and which devices, which input devices or output devices you are using with this programming control unit. CU checks all the things, and then the CPU, central processing unit, give you the result. Means sometimes you see your computer is stuck or it's not working properly. Okay, so maybe there is a problem with the CPU. CPU is not many people say CPU is the case, like if you are using the desktop, so they say this is the CPU and this is the monitor. So this is not the CPU. CPU is basically a small chip inside the computer on the motherboard. Okay, and it's contained on ALU and CU, arithmetical logical unit and the control unit. So they are talking about the process management, page number 18. So who will read? Ibrahim Al Harbi. Ibrahim Al Harbi, please, page number 18, read this. Do you have the book?
I don't actually, Mister.
Sorry?
I don't actually.
Okay, Sami Hafiz, page number 18.
Yes, Mister.
Page number 18, read this.
What?
Page number 18 from the book.
Yes, what's the question?
I am not asking the question.
Read.
Do you have the book?
I'm not sure if I got it. I can't find it.
Boys, please keep your book with you. You should know what we are learning. Everyone should have the book. Wajid Sabir, can you read page number 18?
18, okay. Okay, wait. Okay, from process management.
Yes.
Okay. The operating system must also manage the use of the CPU by the individual processes. Only one process can execute part of its instructions at any given time in the CPU. So every process goes through a life cycle of various process states, states as it gains and loses control of the CPU. More specifically, a process enters the system, is ready to be executed, is executing, is waiting for a resource, or is finished. Let's see what happens to a process as it goes through each stage.
Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, so they are saying the same thing, how it works. The CPU, and there is ALU, arithmetical logical unit, and the control unit. Okay, it performs. Suppose you are using, you are surfing, you are using the internet. Okay, so here they are giving the example that you can see in the picture. A new process is created. This happens when you start a program. For example, when you open your browser to surf the internet, or when you open Excel to work with a spreadsheet. So first it opens new. Okay, Then a process is the running state is currently being executed by the CPU. This is where one or more of the process instructions follow the fetch execute cycle, but not for long, because there are other processes waiting for the CPU tool. Suppose you are using different application on the system. So sometimes you see your system is stuck. Okay, so if you are using a heavy software, suppose you have Visual Basic, you have the Photoshop, you have Fortnite games in your computer, you install Minecraft, okay, and your computer configuration is not good, your RAM, your memory, and your CPU is not good, so it will
Mister,
not. Yes, so
can
it
I
will
talk
not.
about this part?
Sorry.
Can I talk about this part?
Yes, yes, please.
Now
Mister,
when you
our break now, Mister. I think we don't have
عشرة
No.
break.
ونص يا فيصل يا
Ah,
زكي.
okay. Sorry.
Yes, Rayyan, please.
The computer now you need to have a specs that can open a game or a software. Like if you
Hmm.
don't have the specs for that software, you can't manage to play it or open it because the PC can't support this platform. So if
Exactly.
you want to open this platform, you need the specs of that platform to open it. That's what
Exactly.
I have.
Excellent. Thank you, Rayyan.
Thank you.
So, as Rayyan said, you need the space. Means if you are using 3D, okay, 3D Max is a big software, okay, and you if you don't have the good RAM, good space, and the hard disk the hard disk, okay,
Mister,
so it will not run properly because there is
Mister.
yes.
Yeah, can I say something?
Yes, Raj.
Yes, yeah, Mister. Especially, Mister. Google, especially Google Chrome, yeah, Mister, eats
Mm,
out the RAM, yeah, Mister. So if you have a bad RAM, you are going to face many problems, and you're going to wait forever until the tabs load or something like that. So
exactly.
as Ryan said, you need a good RAM and you need a good specs for your PC. Because even, yeah, Mister, if you didn't have a good GPU, your PC is going to get hot and it may explode. So that's
Excellent.
also a
Yes.
reason.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you.
Welcome.
So, guys, this the same thing they are talking about. Rayyan, Raj. In some of the softwares, and also like if you have you are using WhatsApp, okay, like in the mobile. So in mobile, there is the option you can save your memory. Means there is an option when somebody send you the video, okay, and you open it, so it comes in your gallery. So in the WhatsApp there is an option when you will open your video, it will be only open in WhatsApp. If you click on that checkbox in the setting, so it will open on the WhatsApp, it will not come in your gallery. So in some softwares on the computer, there is an option you can save your memory. Means it will open, you will work. Suppose if you are using Minecraft, you install Minecraft on your computer, okay, and you are creating the games, and you are sharing the games with the other people, okay, so you are saving on your computer, it will take the space. But there are some sites you can create the Minecraft game on the internet, and it will be save on internet. Means if you want to use it, you will open the website, you will put your same email address what your account you created, and on Gmail account or whatever, and from that account it will open on the internet, it will not come in your computer. Okay, so like this you can save your memory, and save your space in your hard disk. Okay, guys, so in this picture they are showing the same thing. when it process, once you open some, if you suppose you are surfing on the internet, so first it opens new, then it makes ready, then now it's running. Okay, and when you open, suppose you are opening some websites. Okay, so suppose you open Google, you are creating an account on Gmail. So first you will fill the form on the Google. Okay, and suppose I write vaji at the rate of gmail.com. Okay, so once you submit, it goes to the server. You know what is the server? Server is the main computer where the other computers are connected, like in our computer lab. Okay, so every company, every website, every organization has the server. Like Fortnite has their own server, Gmail there has own server, mobile ESTC. So everyone has their own server. So once you create your account on Gmail and you click on submit, so it goes to the server, it check, and if vaji at the rate of gmail.com, if that name is there already, so it comes to you very fast and it says this name is already exist. You can choose another name, or sometime it give you the option, you can choose this name, vaji 420, vaji 544 at the rate of gmail.com. Okay, because these names are not in the server. But if you want to create the account with your name, and that name is already exist in their database in the server, so it will give you the error. It will comes to you, and you have to change the name, username. And once you choose the name what they don't have in the server, they say okay, now your account is ready. Okay, so this is the process for the communication with server to you. And who takes your request to the server? I told you last time. Who takes our request to the server? HTTP takes our request to the server. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Even you don't write HTTP with any website, but when you click enter, so HTTP comes. And HTTP is like a postman who takes our request to the server and it bring the answer for us. Okay, so HTTP will take your request to the server, and inside the server it will check and it will come like a postman. It take your letter somewhere and then the reply from there. Okay, boys, is there any question?
No, mister. So far, we've only explained the basic things. So
Ah,
I'm pretty sure everyone understood.
Mister,
Yes,
can I
good.
ask you a question?
Yes, please.
About when you run video games in the PC,
Mhm.
why does it take memory from the graphic cards? It doesn't take memory from the RAM, from the VRAM of the graphic card.
See, graphics card is not for the memory. It's only just give you the result for it gives you the display. VGA card is basically we use for video means how it will how your video will be look like. It will the resolution. Okay,
Okay,
so it don't take your memory. It
okay,
just give you the display. What is the how is your display? If you have good VGA card, so you will get good result. Like the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 and Xbox. You have if you are using PlayStation 3, so some games you are using in Xbox, it will be good. And the same game if you are using on PS3, the result is not good. The graphic is not good.
okay.
Okay, so the same thing like VGA card do.
Okay,
Okay,
mister.
guys, just I take attendance, and if you have any questions, so you can ask. Okay, just guys, I am calling your name, so please tell me if you are not here. First, listen it. Yusuf Balubet, Ahmad Al Faraj, Bekar Banama, Hazim Al Ghamdi, Zain bin Shakir, and Anmar Kurdi, Rayyan Dubi, Hazim Al Sharif, Hashim Al Sharif, Ibrahim Al Harbi, Umar Batarfi, Waji Sabir, Sami Hafiz,
Uh,
Nawaf Aloksh.
mister, I'm here.
Yes. But just if you, I don't call your name, so tell me.
I'm here.
Muhammad,
I'm here. Nawaf.
who?
Nawaf. I'm here.
Okay. Muhammad Al Amudi, Al Walid Qasim, Abdullah bin Hashim, Muhammad Raj Khan, Faisal Al Harazi, Ahmad Basumbul, Muhammad Hazim, Abdullah
Mr. Muhammad
Rahimi.
Rashkhan is here, yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Can I leave?
Just wait.
And Muhammad Hazim is here.
Yes, I'm calling the name who is here. If I don't call your name, then please inform me. Ahmad Abu Nasif, Hamza Abu Nasif, Al Walid Al Ghazali. Anyone is
Mr.
here? I
Hamza
didn't call
Bunasif
your
is
name.
and Ahmed Bunasif are here, yeah, Mr.
Mr. Me.
What's your name?
Abdullah Rahimi.
No, I call your name. Abdullah Rahimi is
I
here.
didn't.
Abdullah Rahimi is here. This one.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So now what time? Okay, so boys, please read this lesson, and if you find any questions, so please note it down, and we can discuss in next class, because after that I will go on next topic, network fundamental. Okay, so is this your break time now?
Mister, can I leave?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
mister,
break
we have
time.
break
Mister.
time now.
Break.
Okay, yes, you can leave, boys. Thank you. Have a nice
Thank
week.
you, Mr. See you next week, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you, Mr.
Welcome.